Lots of excited people. And we get Guy and Yar with us today. Yay! Yeah.
Right? A lot happening here at Elify, guys. So super excited for today's Tech Tuesday.
Guys, blowing up our phones, blowing up all the questions. I love it.
Want to come.
Yes. All right. We've got several people already in, so we'll watch to see who else joins us. Welcome to today's Tech Tuesday. Obviously, we're going to be talking a lot about 1QR today. We'll take questions, and you should have been told, I think, when you joined, hopefully it told you we're recording. Survey's aware of that. And questions are already being posted. All right, so do you guys want to cover what we think some of the questions are going to be first?
I can already see some questions coming up. Anna, you just posted, what's my link to invite to 1QR? I love it. I love it.
All right, so let's talk about a couple things first. Let's talk like big picture, 10,000 foot view, because I know you guys are going to have a lot of things that you want to know how to do. So number one, Guy is going to cover a brand new thing that is coming out. It'll continue to be filled with information, but we want you guys to see, as requested all this time, we have information that you guys are going to be able to copy paste, grab links, grab white papers, grab photos, things that you guys can share as ambassadors of Elify. So let's start with that. We're going to start with that. Then ER is going to show you guys a new custom card that is built for sharing 1QR and how to put your link, your QR code on that card. We're going to talk about both of those things. So then as we go, just drop other questions in the chat and we will make sure to cover each of those as we go. So if there's anything we miss, it'll be in the chat and we'll wrap up with all those questions. So Guy, share screen, take it away. You're up.
I will take it away, share screen here in just a sec. But as Kathy mentioned, as requested, we have our ambassador portal up and available for all of us. That all ambassadors are affiliates, but not affiliates are ambassadors. We all have to take this step in order to get access to the ambassador portal. So how do we get access to it? The page or the URL link you will need to go to is affiliate.elify.com, your affiliate portal, to gain access to this. Once you're logged in, you're going to see a few new buttons. This is our affiliate portal. This is where you will get swipe copy. This is where you will get, as Kathy mentioned, white papers when we deliver those. What are white papers? White papers are real world use case scenarios for QR codes in what we will be presenting, doing multiple of these over time. That will be QR codes in signage or signs, vehicles, how to use them in digital, conferences, videos, placards, and products. And then you'll see us get very specific in verticals. So the month of January, it's already slated, we will be doing QR codes in real estate. So QR codes in signs within real estate, QR codes within vehicles in real estate. So that will all be available to you in your ambassador portal. So once you sign up, and we all have to sign up, even ER and I had to sign up for this, it's going to bring you over into getting started and join now. By joining now, you're going to then be delivered, I believe it's a sequence of 3 emails. I know we all like to live in, I want it now, I want access to it now. Your password is going to be delivered to you in that 3rd email. It takes about 4 minutes. Okay, so you're not going to get it right away, but you will get your password to gain access into your ambassador portal. This is what it looks like. You can go in and get access to it. You'll sign into your ambassador portal and you'll start navigating through and getting information that can then be copied and shared or downloaded and shared to any prospect, any team member, anyone who has a business, who has products and services, opportunities, whatever that is. You can share information to them in why utilizing QR codes. And everyone should be utilizing a QR code in their business. Not just one, they should be utilizing multiple QR codes. So you get into the overviews, you get into sharing Elify. Some of these are still in the works. Coming soon is what you'll find, but it does give you some content on what can be copied and shared within your digital platforms, your social platforms. Then we get into sharing one QR. A lot more content placed in here right now. Obviously, we suggest putting it in your own words, but we're giving you swipe copy that will go through what you can be saying to others or can be posting in social media for anyone that might have any interest in utilizing QR codes. Like I was mentioning, it's just an expansion of the portal. This portal, all accessible to ambassadors only. So there is that difference again between affiliates and ambassadors. Ambassadors are the ones that raise their hands and say, yes, this is content that I want to have access to and share. Let me see what this tab is. Here is what we will be doing on Thursday. It's one QR in print. You can find that by going to oneqr.elify.com events and registering, or going to the one that you're seeing here. You see here, we're a day and 20 hours away from working this one. Let me share a different screen and just give you an idea of what we will be discussing on Thursday. These are the types of white papers that will be downloadable for each and every one of you. You'll be able to probably even go in and access these QR codes to be linked to your invites, which ER will cover. So hopefully that explains to everyone the difference between an affiliate, and we've talked about it for a long time, an affiliate, and now the ambassador program. Ambassadors are ones that are going to be active. One QR we feel is the platform. We talked about it all the time, that people that are using QR codes right now most likely got on their search engine and search for a QR code or search for a platform to get a QR code. Most likely what they're utilizing is a static QR code, or they're utilizing a platform that has some type of trial that is going to end in 14 days, maybe 30 days, and then they have to pay for it. Our QR code platform, when we say one, we mean one free. You can edit it, you can design it, you can change it at any time. So ER, I'll kick it over to you, and you can probably share the information most people are looking for, how to refer to one QR, how to build the template from the shuffle card for one QR, and you can grab the swipe copy from your ambassador portal and put in your invite links.
So from what Guy just covered on everything, you're going to want to make sure if you are out there referring one QR, if you are going to be an ambassador of Elify and represent one QR and share it with the masses, share it with the world, give everybody a free QR code, we want to make sure that you guys are getting credit for that. And we want, I'm sure you guys want to get credit for the impact that you have in spreading one QR. So we're going to talk about that. As you saw earlier with what was being shared, everything is going to start when it comes to referring from your affiliate.elify.com portal. Okay, whether you're signing up and signing into that ambassador section for the swipe copy Guy was talking about, or you're tracking your referrals or following up or cashing out your commissions, everything is going to start within that affiliate portal. So again, the URL for that is affiliate.elify.com. That's been posted in the chat several times. But if you have not logged in there, that's going to be a place you're going to want to live if you are out there promoting, so that you can grab your link. You can get access to that ambassador portal all from within here. So Guy mentioned it. Sign up and sign in for the new ambassador portal needs to be done right here in these two buttons. If you are logging into this affiliate.elify.com and you want to send a direct link to somebody to get their free 1 QR, all you need to do is go just under where it says my invite code here. You're going to click on invite. Okay. And you'll have your invite links right here. And you'll notice we have added 2 new invite links, and we've cleaned up this section to make it a lot easier for you guys to get out and share. So the one we're going to be talking about right now is your sign up for free 1 QR. And as an ambassador promoting Elify and 1 QR, the flow is everybody's going to get 1 QR for free. And then when they need more than 1 QR code, they're going to upgrade their account into a pro or an unlimited. And we covered this during the launch event. Pro accounts allow users to build up to 50 QR codes, and they can build, track, and manage it all within the 1 QR platform. And they're going to be able to do that all for $10 per month. Unlimited users get all the same benefits of Pro to build, to track, to manage those evergreen QR codes, but they have unlimited QRs that they can create in that platform under the unlimited subscription for $20 per month. But everybody comes in for free. So if you click copy right there, you will notice, and I'm going to go open up another tab and just paste in, you will see the URL. This is your trackable URL to refer somebody to sign up directly for free. And it will take them straight into the sign up flow for 1 QR. Now I'm logged into 1 QR right now. So if I follow this link and I'm logged in, it will just take me to my QR list. But when you send this to somebody else, you will see that it will have your trackable ID tied to it, along with the direct sign up for 1 QR. So I do recommend for every single person, grab that from your invite links, copy it. Okay, this is going to play a role in the next thing I'm going to be talking about, which is if you are also a shuffler, if you are using Shuffle to promote and you want a Shuffle page and not just a direct link to the sign up, we've built a Shuffle card template for you to use. And we have a section in there with an example QR code. It is a default one. If you want to update that, I'm going to encourage you, create a 1 QR that is your referral link. You can use it there. You can use it for other promotions, but that would be one of the first 1 QRs I would recommend any of you create, is your referral link 1 QR, so that people can easily scan a QR code. You could create a widget using the app for that code and have it on your phone, or you can print that code out and use it any way you'd want to sign people into 1 QR. So in order to do that, I'm going to copy my sign up link directly from my affiliate portal here by opening up the invite links and clicking copy. Then I'm going to navigate over into my 1 QR. Okay. So this is another reason why I like the desktop view, is because I can jump between sections. And so I'm going to copy my 1 QR link and I'm going to go over into 1 QR and I'm going to create. So I'll just add another QR code. And that's the benefit here. I've got unlimited to add. Maybe you've got up to 50 depending on your account. And the first thing I'm going to do is, this is going to be my 1 QR share link for referrals of 1 QR. Okay, you can label it anything you want, but make sure it's something that you can identify as being your sign-up link. Okay, as you know, we've got these easy things that you can put in, something like scan me. Maybe you have the send stuff, something scan me to keep track of that, and select a color that you might want to be using, a shape, any of that type of stuff. Once you have that stuff set up, you're going to hit save. Okay, so now we've created a QR code that we can have people scan that is directly to our enrollment link. Okay, so if you do this for yourself and you're referring people into 1 QR, you can just have them scan a 1 QR code and go directly to the sign up. We're going to use this in our template in just a second. Okay. So if you are a Shuffle user and you want to mark it using a landing page that exists within Shuffle, we've created a template for you. I'm going to show you what that template looks like, and then we're going to build that card, and I'm going to show you how to swap in your QR code into that card so that everything on that card links back to you. Okay. So the page that we've created looks like this. Okay, it mirrors a lot of what you saw maybe if you go to oneqr.com, but it is specific to you. Okay, we've got a lot of calls to action on this page to describe what OneQR is, the videos on what to play. You do not have to build anything on this card. It is done for you. All you have to do is pull up this template when you are building your OneQR card, okay? And so we will provide you with the share card ID for this, the template ID. And that is also something that is listed in that ambassador portal. So if you're looking for the code for this template, it is available to you when you enroll into that ambassador portal. Okay. So in your Shuffle account, let's go through this. If you want to create that Share OneQR card, you're going to come into your Shuffle account. You're going to select Create a New Card, and you're going to use the desktop card builder. Okay. When using the desktop card builder, you're going to be searching for this template. So remember, you may not see this template in your account. You need to use the template ID search to search for this template if you're a shuffler going to be promoting OneQR with this template. The template ID is Share OneQR. Okay, we made it real simple for everybody. It's Share OneQR. It'd be helpful if I spelled share right, so make sure you're spelling it right. And then you're just going to hit search. It will bring up the Share OneQR template, and you can select that template, load in your information. Now, here is an opportunity to put in the QR code that we created. Okay? So make sure when you create your OneQR Share QR code, you download and save the file to your downloads. That way you can swap those out very quickly. Okay? So when you are editing your card within your Shuffle account, you can change that to include, and we'll upload our new PNG for our OneQR that we just created, that green one that says Scan Me right here. And this will also be the preview image. Remember that people see when I share this out via text or messenger or anytime I'm posting this Shuffle card, okay? Also, I would encourage you, if you're copying, pasting swipe copy out of the ambassador portal, include your share QR code or your short link for that as well, so people have a route to go through that post that tracks to you. Then, if you want, you can just click the create button and it will create the card, or you can click create and edit. There is nothing you really need to edit on this card. All the fields are already programmed to track to you. All of these invite links, they are already your invite link on each of the buttons. The only thing I would encourage you to also update on this card is the QR code example. Right now, this is just a default one. You're welcome to leave it there in place, but if you select it, you can also change that out, and we'll use that same one we created earlier. We'll hit save, guys. That's creating our share card in Shuffle for sharing out OneQR. Once you've done that, when you are in your card section, you will see your new card for Share OneQR right there in your stack of cards. So when you go to share that, you can share it out using a campaign link. You could take that campaign link and put it back into OneQR if you want to create a QR for it. But we'll preview the card that we just built. Again, you can see everything is in here. You can see that we've got the new image. And all of these links, if you look at the URL down there, they will include your referral code, your trackable invite link in each of those calls to action. So I know we've got probably a few questions around building out that card within your card section. So I'd be happy to take any questions regarding that.
Yep. All right. Ruben, do you have your hand up?
Yes. In the past, when we had something assigned to us, we're able to double check. In other words, we bring it up, we scroll down, who referred you? And then I see my name there, and then they continue. So I know for sure that whatever they sign up, I'm linked to them. How do we test this? It's all seems to be all automatic, but
Yes.
where is the confirmation designation that is assigned to our names for commission?
Yep. So let's go through that really quick. Now, if you want to test your own link, make sure you are logged out because it auto detects if you're logged in. So if you're trying to test your own link and it keeps taking you into your own 1QR, it's telling us that you already are logged in to 1QR. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, Ruben. And what I want to encourage you to do is, you saw earlier, we have our invite link pasted in the URL up here, but we haven't gone to it yet. Okay, we're going to go to it in just a second. But before we hit enter to test our URL for tracking, make sure you're logged out so it doesn't just log you in. So I'm logging out of my system. So now I'm in this sign up portal and I'm going to test my link. And again, you will see if you copied your invite link on the invite code side, or if you're testing the page, Ruben, if you're testing the page that you built, you can even click on the buttons. All the buttons will have the same link, okay? So when you follow that link, it's going to take you to the enrollment section, and you can create your own free account for 1QR to test if you'd like to, okay? Sometimes I will put like ER test at elify.com. Then you can hit continue. You can select a color. You know what I mean? Oh, let me go back. I'm not linking to the email. I'm going to go to a web page. Make sure you're following the directions here. We'll select a color. We'll select a shape. And then we'll put in our test email. Okay, so when you hit finish on this, oh, let me accept that. It will create a free account for 1QR. And what you're going to be looking for is back in your affiliate section, Ruben. You will see those new signups that are happening over here within your new referrals, okay? Maybe it's asking me to do a new password. There we go. So as it enrolls into this account, once we get confirmation, you will be able to see this person who just signed up. Now, there's a caveat to this. We did not collect a first or a last name when we create our 1QR accounts. Okay, Ruben? So when you are on here and you go to your network to see if you've had any new referrals, you will see new referrals come in for free accounts with first and last name and an invite code. Okay? We're going to be working on getting the emails to you guys as well for those referrals, but this is the validation that those links are working and that it's tracking. If this account was to upgrade, right, click on the upgrade and go in to upgrade their account at 20 for unlimited or 10 for the pro, whether it's monthly or annual, you would see that upgrade and those coins post as well. All of that's going to happen within your affiliate portal underneath your network and underneath your coin section. So again, this is one of the reasons why I said you're going to want to live in your affiliate.elify.com and in that ambassador portal, grabbing content and sharing content, because that's where all the tracking is going to happen. And that's where your invite links are located so that you can quickly access that invite link when you need to grab your 1QR invite. I hope that makes sense, Ruben.
Yes, also, too, I like the aspect of the coin section. It's right there as well.
Yeah, everything's going to be in there. If you have not spent time within your affiliate.elify.com section, that portal, I would encourage you to do so, especially if you're working on building a business within Elify as an affiliate.
Yeah, the portal is not new. The portal is what you've had as an affiliate. It's what's being added to it for the ambassadors who want to promote. So definitely go spend some time, hang out in your affiliate page, see everything that is tracked and shown to you there. Okay, so those are the kind of the overview. We just wanted to make sure, because we figured that was going to be a lot of the questions, especially if you were on the event and came into this wanting to get some more questions answered. So anyone have specific questions now that you've seen those two examples? Feel free to put it in chat. Feel free to raise your hand. How do I sign up as an ambassador? Every time it says check my email, but nothing ever comes. Guy or Yar, you want to check that for Dennis?
Yeah, so the first thing you're going to want to do, okay, and I'm going to go back into the portal, is log in, go to affiliate.elify.com. And again, we can post that in the chat, affiliate.elify.com. The first time you log in there, you should see a pop-up screen that says become an affiliate. And it's going to ask you for your first name and your last name. Unfortunately, I just activated the one for Doug Demo so I could show you the invite links. But that little pop-up screen is going to ask you for your first name, your last name. It'll preload
there's no difference.
address, and then it'll ask you for your birth date. And that's all you need. You check a box and submit it to become an affiliate. From
So
there,
there's no difference between affiliate and ambassador. I guess that was my confusion then, because I already am an affiliate.
That's great. Okay, then Dennis, the other thing that Guy was talking about earlier is the ambassador portal. They're two separate portals. One is just the affiliate tracking and all of that stuff for the affiliate program. The other is all the materials and copy and share stuff that we're making available within the ambassador portal. And the sign up to that is within. Once you're inside affiliate.elify.com, you want to click to sign up.
So I did that 3 times. And it just every time says, look for an email. You are almost there. Look for an email in your email box, and nothing ever comes.
Because that should have taken you to this ambassador sign up page. And then you went and you clicked join now.
Yep.
And you filled all of that type of stuff out. So we'll look into that, Dennis. Be patient. I know what
Sure.
Guy mentioned is they queue up those emails and they start going out. So if you don't get an email in real time, I know ours was about 4 or 5 minutes delayed. This is a third-party platform that we're using for the ambassador portal to house all of that swipe copy. So it will be coming from them, not us. I'd also encourage you, make sure you're checking your promotions folder, your spam folder, all of that type of stuff, because the email does come from that platform that hosts the ambassador portal, all of that content.
A quick question, ER.
Yes.
Okay, so that basically explains why these multiple emails that you are giving us, look out for the next one, look out for the next one, because you're dealing with another third party. Is that correct?
Correct.
Because
So
ideally, it would be nice if it would just be one email and one link.
In a perfect world, Ruben, I agree with you. Unfortunately, we do not have much control over the platform that we're using as basically housing all of that swipe copy as the ambassador portal. So they're basically managing that ambassador content, and they send out actually a series of 3 emails tied to the sign up. So there's a series of 3 that come out. They may come in different sequence, but all in quick succession. And one of those emails has the password so that you can sign into the portal. So be aware that that comes from that third party. And if I can reduce those, I definitely will, guys. Our whole goal is to make it as easy and simple as possible for you guys, obviously.
So if we can touch on that really quickly, though, because that's also a good point on the webinars. So we had several people that were like, hey, why didn't the link just come out? Like Ruben, you're saying with the initial email about signing up for the webinar. We really request that you share the event information when you're inviting people so that we can interact with them. Or like today, there was prizes. We need to have their information so that we know who was on. So instead of just saying like blasting out here's how to join the webinar, we really need them to register for the webinar. So just know that going up in advance. We had several people. I think all of our phones were blowing up while we were live. I don't have the link. I don't have the link. And IDR and I were all just kind of laughing at each other like, is your phone blowing up?
I couldn't even
My
respond.
phone's blowing up.
Yeah.
So make sure to register or to invite people in advance and let them know, hey, to get the link, we need you to register. That way they're in for the prizes or they're in for anything else that we send out, because we're sending out something that everyone will get that had joined that original call. So we just ask you guys to please share the registration to all of the events as they get posted in the future. Hey, James, what's up?
Well, I'm a say my question, but comment on that. That is very good information about registering, Kathy. I know I registered and I'm looking for a link. I'm like, what the heck's going on? I was sitting there paranoid, like, did I miss the time? Did I miss the important thing? So it was a little nerve wracking. And yeah, I was the one blowing their phones up. Dude, yeah, sis, where's the link at? I'm not on here. I'm trying to get on. I was offended that I didn't get to see the information this morning, but I made it for it. I guess
You're
my
the only
question.
one. You're the only one. Don't feel bad.
We're not alone, James. Trust me.
Okay. So with the one QR, I think one of the biggest things that, and Guy stated it about those QR generators. Everybody you're talking with, folks, ask them, where did you get your QR code from? Well, I got it off of Google. Well, every time Google updates that link or changes anything, that QR code is now null and void. So with one QR, they can have that QR code from us that they can put on there and they can change. I gave a great example Monday. If you know people who are fundraisers, i.e. your YMCA, Alzheimer's or whatever, they can post that one QR code, and every year when they update the link for the donation section or whatever they're tracking, they have the ability just to change that link into one QR. And I know last week we talked, me and Mike, we talked about the paper printouts of the reviews, and I know ER's gonna get back into that. Bottom line, folks, if you are not talking to everybody and pushing the issue that, hey, and I'll let Guy and ER go back to the time period of when this is going to change, you're going to feel bad about, man, I wish I had told Kathy about this ahead of time. I came up with an idea and y'all thought I was joking. I was not joking. I literally went to the bank and got my plan to put in action. So just want to make that comment. Back to you all.
Yep, appreciate it. I think, James, one of the big things to the use cases, there's so many different applications for QR codes. And in this day and age, with everybody already understanding what a QR code is, there's no reason why you shouldn't be leveraging QR codes in your business if you aren't already. Now, if you already are, to James's point, the biggest question you want to ask yourself or somebody else who might be implementing QR codes is, as James said, where did you get your QR code? Because there's a good chance that it's static. And we didn't speak a lot of detail about the difference between static and dynamic QR codes on the launch, but that's probably one of the biggest features within one QR is every single code that we generate and all codes moving forward, because we're going to have some cool features getting released in the future, will always be dynamic. And the big key to that is you're going to be able to update them in the future. So you're never going to get to that situation where all of a sudden you have to reprint a bunch of stuff because the QR code no longer works. Your codes will always work and you can change where they point to. And I think that's the biggest piece on the dynamic side of everything. I think the other thing is the designability. Guy, you and I talked about that. No longer are we at that day and age where every QR code you create is a black and white checkerboard, right? Now we can make QR codes match the look and the feel of our branding, and they can match the design and the color scheme so that the situation that we're using it in, it can match and look like it belongs and matches our brand and our guidelines on that. So that's the second thing, dynamic, designable. The third thing is trackability. I think this is a massive one for everybody. I know, Anna, you've put some comments in the chat a little bit about this. You know, if you had 5 trucks out there as a service business going to different locations, maybe you run a plumbing company and you have multiple drivers, you could put a different QR code on the wrap of each of those vehicles, and it could link to scheduling for a quote or a lead capture. You know, we're in your neighborhood servicing your neighbors, and if you'd like a quote right now, scan this QR code. Or it could be like we see on some of the backs of those vehicles, like let us know how I'm driving, and just scan the QR code and fill out whether the person's being a good driver or a bad driver. So there's all these applications, but trackability gives you the ability to know what is getting scanned and when. So you could measure the difference of, you know, those QR scans across anywhere that they are. So that's a big factor on tracking analytics of why you need more than just one, and why anybody on one QR, the beautiful part is you have it for free, should go into a pro or should go into an unlimited. And then the fourth thing that I think is critical for everybody here to understand is just how easy the platform is to use. So if you were on the launch event and you saw Kathy doing the demo of how to use and build your 1QR, you know how easy it is to get started to create your first code. And every code thereafter is the exact same. It starts with, where do you want it to go to? What's your destination, right?
Okay.
Give it a little name so you can find it, and then fill out all of that extra stuff. Yeah, go ahead, guy.
I'm gonna add a fifth, a reputable a reputable QR code platform.
Yeah.
Right. We hear security all the time. People are talking about this. There's a term called quishing within QR codes, and just making sure that when you hold your camera up there, that QR code that it's wanting you to push, that link, doesn't look funky, right? Because that's what's happening. That's when you're getting the phishing, the spam, the different types of things where they can steal your the ER. You had mentioned it, say it's a quick chase login, and you're seeing it happening in emails.
Yeah.
Right. Just scan the QR code. As soon as you scan that, you're giving them your username and password. Make sure you have a reputable QR code platform. There's a reason why there's powered by 1QR on the QR codes, right? There's going to be a point very, very soon for all of us that are pro and unlimited, or if we're Shuffle Premium getting full access to all of this, you'll be able to remove the powered by 1QR. But I would think about that as maybe just saying, hey, here's a security feature.
Wow.
Also, the dynamic aspect, extremely secure. If someone were to try to steal your QR code and have it go elsewhere, you have the management platform. You can change, you can edit at any time to make sure that essentially what somebody tried to do is copy your QR code, and they're just basically branding more and more for you if they're printing those and putting those elsewhere. A big thing also we had mentioned is each one of these QR codes is accompanied with that short link. That short link is very powerful. That's utilized in digital, right? QR codes are more used offline. Those links are used online, posting on social, sending texts. That's where it's going to come through. It's going to be presented. Someone selects it. It's going to work just like they were to scan your QR code. So there's that security measure that people were worried about, leading into 2020, and then found out that basically you had to scan QR codes to get the menu at the restaurant. They're becoming more prevalent, but where are they getting their QR codes, to ER's point? Are they searching? Are they just finding the first one in search? This is our mission. This is our mission with our affiliates and ambassadors. 1QR, we believe, will be coinciding with when you say QR codes, you think 1QR. Just like Kleenex, it's actually a tissue. 1QR, that's our mission.
Well, one quick point, and I'm going to come to you, and then we'll talk about some use cases and what's coming on Thursday. Is the exact example that ER piggyback off of Anna. We have people that are putting QR codes on very expensive prints, right? You print on a vehicle, you print on a billboard. You can't just go reprint that and change it to what you need it to go to. So say you have a web designer update your website and you switch your URL. Everything that you've got printed on these truck wraps or whatever you've printed on is now null and void. If you have those ginormous stand-up banners, if you're doing events and you print a QR code on there and then you want to switch what it goes to. If you're, Anna, if you're a speaker, right? Anna goes to tons of events and speaks. And you want to have maybe your QR code goes to one thing when you first start, and then you switch it and have it go to something else at the end of the presentation to surprise them, have a little Easter egg or something. There's so many different things, and that's what these events are going to do over the next couple of months, is help you guys invite people and say, hey, y'all, come learn how to use QR codes in all these different verticals. Anna.
Also, you're posting your QR codes on social media. You got to go back and change all of that. I mean, that's the biggest argument against QR codes, is that you have to change it with every change. And that's the
Yep.
biggest argument I get. And that's why I like the words evergreen, everywhere. I love those words. I can explain those. About trucks, this is an amazing tool because, I work with an association of electricians, contractors. They all have trucks. They all have guys going out, da, 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 da. But what if that QR code sent them to the page or the digital business card where it says, I want a quote, request a quote here, book a call here, report a driving error here. And all they had to do was scan that to get to that point, and off they go. And you've got double trackability. I mean, that's any association that uses vehicles, that's huge. And offer it to the association, which is what I'm going to do. I knew I needed to know a little bit more.
The beauty is with one QR is it is, although under the umbrella of Elify, it's an independent offering. So whether or not people know Shuffle, they've been introduced to Shuffle yet, they don't know Shuffle, maybe they don't need Shuffle, can't imagine, right?
Yeah.
But one QR is going to allow them to point to anything they want. Point to what you've already got. We don't care. Point wherever you want to.
Yeah. They don't want to have a QR code for request a quote here, and then underneath that another QR code that says, hey, report our driver here, give us a call. If that one QR code sends them to that digital business card and all of that is there, and they can change that at any point in time to anybody, geez,
We love it.
What a double package. Yeah.
ER, what you gonna say?
Yeah, I was going to say it's just super powerful. And when we think about QR codes, guys, you have to remember that the QR in one QR, it's quick response. We're talking about the fastest way for somebody to connect to information, and it's a passive way too, right? It's a way that allows for distance as well. There's all of these components, and when we think about the use cases, I will tell you right now, most of us are probably overlooking 90% of the opportunities that are already in front of us to use a QR code. And as we go through and move forward, that's really what we're going to be focusing on, are different ways to apply quick response technology, this one QR, in everyday business applications, whether it's on the side of your vehicle, whether it's on an advertisement that you're having printed in a local media ad that might go out in a mailer, whether it's a book you're having published, right? I keep coming back, Anna, on the service side. You could have it on the side of your van, and you could have a magnet printed up. And so every time you're doing the electrical, boom, in the electrical panel, there is the QR code that says, scan this for service. If you're a plumber, it could stick right on the water heater. If you're the HVAC guy doing the annual tune-up on the furnace or the air conditioner, it's sitting right there. If you're the garage door guy, it could be sitting right next to the button on the garage door. If your spring breaks, scan this and we're going to offer you immediate service. There's all these different ways to quickly allow people to connect to that information. There's going to be so much we'll talk about for like brick and mortar retail, real estate we have coming up. So we'll be talking about these events that we have going on that will be live little webinars, just like our launch, where we talk specific use cases and even specific industries. So if you know or have contacts within those industries, we want to get the word out, because the number one goal here at Elify is to help make this available to the most number of people possible.
So we've got a couple of things in chat that Guy's going to cover, but also I think ER, before we finish today, we should, anybody, if you have a specific industry that you are in and you are on this call and want to brainstorm on it, put it in chat. Tell us what industry you're in, and before we end, we'll do some brainstorming. Guy, you want to take that chat?
Absolutely. And Vanita, glad you found that upgrade. I believe it's just by selecting add another QR.
Yeah.
To the question of the, sounds like a typical dynamic platform that's been out for several years. Yeah, it has been. The difference is we don't have one static code on our platform. We never have, we never will. They're fully dynamic. A lot of the platforms out there that you see, the only dynamic element you're going to get is your link or web links. are going to be dynamic. The amount of QR codes is going to be a differentiator that you get with a certain subscription. You get the simplicity. We're not going to be all bells and whistles for a QR code. There's complexities out there, right? If we're talking about previous releases and previous solutions that we've had, Shuffle has grown to be extremely powerful, extremely difficult if you don't want to take the time to learn. These QR codes, we're going to make sure we stay prevalent with simplicity, ease of use. One of the only ones out there that has a native app, so real-time creation of a QR code on the app. I don't believe anyone out there is going to offer an unlimited QR code at $20. I believe the closest that we've seen isn't anywhere close to unlimited, and you're looking at hundreds of dollars per month from that aspect. What else goes along with this? The referral alone. Trying to say you need to utilize QR codes. If I sent you to, let's just say the big one, Flowcode. If I sent you to Flowcode's not going to kick me back anything for inviting you to join Flowcode. Those are just a few of the elements. I know, Anna, you've asked, how do I get the scan to connect? We're releasing right now our MVP, right? Minimum viable product. If you were early adopters of Shuffle, you saw Shuffle rapidly change in advancements. You will see rapid changes and advancements with OneQR. The beautiful thing also with the free OneQR, they're going to get access to all of the features. A lot of the other platforms, you get free, you want to add some element, it's an upgrade. They're going to nickel and dime you for everything that you do. Yeah. The only differentiation between a free, a pro, and an unlimited is the amount of QR codes that you're going to get. You'll get all the bells and whistles, all the features with free. Pro, you'll get it all with 50. Unlimited, you will get it all with unlimited.
Yeah, talking about that, if you've been a beta tester for the past couple of weeks, you should see a new element already. We were surprised with it earlier than we even thought was going to be there. So keep an eye on that. Super exciting. All right, James, you had something, and then we have a couple of use case scenarios to dive in on.
Yeah, going back to what ER is talking about, the QR codes being useful. Key things we got to think about, folks. I'm quite sure we all have changed, domain names multiple times in years. And you printed all that paper, you got to change that domain name. Now with the QR code, you just change the link it goes to forever. And one of the key things we're talking about categories and how you use it, everyone know I DJ, but here's a good thing. I have that QR code set up for people to send me song requests on the spot. I have a QR code they wouldn't send for tips. But the thing about the song request one is I can change, and you know what? Instead of me having a song request, I have it go song request for this wedding, song request for this school. So I actually have it categorized which events requested which songs from there, but it's the same QR code. So think in that mind frame, think about how many, think of it like something you recycle. Use the same thermos drinking your coffee or filling stuff up. You don't get rid of the thermos, you wash it out, put more stuff in there. Well, same thing with the QR code. If it's working, just recycle it. That's just my mind frame. Back to y'all.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. And I mean, going down to the DJ path, right? We now know that you use different QR codes. Here's how to, send James a tip. Here's how to, request a song. Here's how to book James for another event, right? There's all kinds of different QR codes you could have set up in different parts of your event. Guy, did you want to tag on that more chat that we have?
Yep, on the next one here said, so like I was saying, the quick advancements in here with the analytics, some of the things that you will see, those are the types of things that are going to be coming. We will know what type of device. We will know if it's a difference between a device or a link selection. Locations, geolocation, those are all coming. In addition, right now, prior to that, as you've seen what ER has done with when he was displaying how to just generate QR codes, a lot of it's done in his labeling. So if I were to label a QR code that I'm going to put in some coffee shop, and then I create another QR code for a different coffee shop, I know the location of which QR codes are going to be scanned. One thing that we are going to stay away from, though, that you can do on your end, but we're going to stay away from on our end, is giving you personal identification or that type of information. You're going to probably see the QR code providers that are giving those type of analytics run into some regulation issues. There's personal identification information can only be received if the person allows you to do so. So if I were to set my QR code up to go to a lead capture, the only way I'm going to get that person's information is if they fill that out. I can't just automatically grab their lead capture. That's where we're going to start seeing some hands get slapped. And I think frustrated customers knowing that maybe they were misled or it can no longer receive that type of information. So that those are some of the elements that will be coming along with the additional elements within analytics.
Yeah, I think one of the things that we always want to focus on is compliance. And by doing this, this allows us to be GDPR compliant, which is the EU regulation that's pretty much the overarching, most regulatory type of compliance that there is. And a lot of it, to Guy's point, personally identifiable information. We can collect stuff as long as it's not personally identifiable, and we'll provide some of those details back in the analytics. But that does not prevent you, as Guy said, does not prevent you from linking your QR codes to lead capture forms and allowing those people to opt in to providing you personally identifiable information. So if you're working to use lead capture and use your OneQRs to link to those lead capture forms, whether it's the side of the van example we were talking about and people are requesting a quote or whatnot, we want to make it easy for you to do that. You can link the OneQR to anything you want. We are just limited for compliance sake on what we can provide back to you analytically on the people who are scanning those codes.
Exactly.
Absolutely. You got the last one, Guy? Are you still in chat?
Oh yeah, this is a great one. I see it. Sid, another great question. Yes, if you saw the editor for OneQR, any type of, and I'm actually going to share the screen in case you guys came in late and you have your OneQRs up. You'll see a My First OneQR. If you hit the edit on any of these, it'll take you to an editor, okay? And in that editor, you have every color under the sun, guys, that you would want your codes to be in. And there is a more option that allows for hex code or RGB value, even the HSL value. So depending on what you have your branding under, this makes it very easy to match your QR code to the color codes for your brand. So you're able to do that. Additionally, again, Kathy, you mentioned it, a new little push that we had happen, the choosing the image to put within your QR code. So if you want to add things like a scan me or a mail to, maybe you're linking it direct to your Instagram or your YouTube, we're going to continue to populate these quick add icons, but you can upload your own icon. You're just going to click on the file. It'll bring up your computer downloads. Hopefully you're labeling your stuff, like if you want to add a logo or anything like that, so you can add a quick logo into your QR codes as well. So colors, logos, this is something that should match the look and the feel of you and your branding. So that's something I would encourage for everybody when creating your QR codes. Make sure they match. Maybe you have a flyer that you're printing out and you want to put a QR code on that. Make sure it matches and it looks well within the flyer. Again, there should be no reason why we should have the black and white checkerboard at any point in time unless you're doing a grayscale advertisement and you want it in black or white.
I love it. I love it. So one of the use cases we got asked, we did the DJ one. Now we're going to talk a little bit real quick about network marketing. How would you use QR codes in network marketing? I can tell you, I spent about 15 years in network marketing, and I can think of all kinds of ways I would have used them. Now, I did a lot of live events, so that is probably where I would be very heavy on QR codes. But on your business card, on any flyers, on a table. Now, again, it depends on what you sell, right? So if you have a limited amount of people, or I mean, I'm sorry, a limited amount of things that are in your inventory, you know, you may want to have something that shows somebody how to use something, right? So back when I was in network marketing, we were showing people how to use what we were selling. So maybe it's a little QR code with like, hey, this is how this product works. Again, you're tracking not only are they being viewed, how many times are they being viewed? Is this something that people are seeing as important information and that they're wanting to consume, right? I mean, there's so many products sold through network marketing, but ways to advertise yourself at events. I know we've talked so many different network marketing companies. How else, do you have any other ideas of how you'd use it for network marketing?
I do.
At the defreeze, he might be frozen.
You
Yeah,
might have
go
frozen.
here.
Let me jump in on this again.
Yeah.
Kathy, to your point, and this is universally for pretty much every business, including direct sales or network marketing. It's any point you have a potential engagement with your audience. Okay, if you're one of the people who's up there on the stage presenting, right, you're going to want to use QR codes so that people in the audience could scan your QR code. Those QR codes could link to multiple different things. It might be to link to get more information about you. It might be to link to learn more about a product like Kathy, you were talking about. It might link directly to a specific product's shopping cart page that the company provides to you. It might link to how to enroll into the opportunity and sign up. You're just thinking about what it links to and where you're going to point it or where you're going to display it. So Kathy, if you're somebody in network marketing who's doing booths, there's a lot of people in network marketing that, you know, during the holidays, you're doing craft fairs and other trade shows and things like that. You should have little placards with QR codes. Maybe you're giving a giveaway, you know, scan this to enter to win this bundle of my company's products. Scan this to buy a product or shop our catalog. Scan this to enter your information. Again, what you pointed to is 100% up to you. You can point these anywhere. And you just want to be thinking about the ways you would display it. If you've got a brochure that you print out that has information about you, the company, the brand that you're promoting, having a QR code in that brochure that might link back to you as, you know, as an ambassador over there or as an affiliate over there. You want to be able to do that. So we'll talk about all of these different use cases. And I'd encourage you, continue to come to these live calls, because as we talk about a use case maybe for one industry, you might come to realize, oh, I can apply that in what I'm doing over here. We were just talking about the service industry who have a lot of vans, and you can see in Ruben's background, there's a person with a van with a QR code right on the back of their van. I know plenty of people in network marketing, they put the logo of the company and a QR code on the side of their vehicle, you know, and depending on who your tax advisor is, that might even provide you some type of write-off for your vehicle because you're using it for advertising purposes. So you want to be thinking about, wow, I'm driving around every day. I've got a driving billboard. What do I want to display depending on what I am doing? A QR code will allow you to display maybe the brand of the company and then a link going back to information that might be your page or self-replicated site that company has provided you. So I think there are just so many different use cases. If you're doing a home party, you know, and you've got all these little products set up at the home party, you could have a placard for each one that links directly to the shopping page. And while people are at the home party, guys, you have to remember a majority of the world is walking around, especially in the United States, with one of these in their pocket. So at any point in time, if something is in front of them, and in fact, most of you are on this Zoom on your computer, you probably have these handy. You could pull this out right now and be scanning people's codes in the background right here. And another use case, if you're in direct sales and you're doing web meetings and you don't have a QR code either in the background or in the foreground as your profile so that people can scan it, that's a missed opportunity to leverage QR codes in what you're doing. And what we're trying to do is capitalize on as many opportunities to simplify the engagement for the people we're interacting with. That's really the context you want to be thinking about. You know, Brenda, I know you do solar. I always keep thinking about this. And I know it seems like at least once a week, we have people walking the neighborhood and they're putting little door hangers on our doors, right? And it could be the painter company, it could be the solar company, it could be the guy selling the latest home security monitoring systems. Perfect opportunity to put a QR code on that little hanger. Not that you do hangers or anything like that, but I just think about those solar people that are coming by trying to book the solar appointments and stuff like that. So tons and tons of use cases. Anna, I saw your hand go up. Go ahead.
Just real quickly, we talked about people doing presentations and having a QR code at the beginning that sends them to the site, and then one at the end. You can do that on your Zooms.
Mm-hmm.
You can do that on your YouTube videos. Go back and plant those things. And I mean, I do YouTube shorts. We're in the process of doing a series, and I've held off because of this launch, because I want to offer freebies during the presentation, but I don't want to repeat it over and over again. But if I need to change what the freebie is, I can go in and change where it goes to.
That's right.
All of a sudden, I have a whole new dynamic in my background that's keeping them. I mean, they click it first when they come in to see my website, then they click it for the flash sale, get the free document or whatever, sign up for a class. Hey, by the way, you can book a call, and it's all on the same presentation. I can even do my disclaimer that way.
That's right.
I love it.
Yay! It looks like ER has gone in there. He's starting to finish off some chat right there. I know, guys, Zoom was a little wonky for a second there. You got those, ER, everything else?
Yeah, I'm just looking through some of these, and there's so many great ideas here. This is what I love so much about the Elify community, guys. There's an abundance mentality within this community where people are open to sharing creative ideas that work. And that's really what we're talking about. We want to provide a platform that gives you the tools to use and then encourage you and show you different ways to use it. And we want to collectively learn from everybody else so that we can all move forward as a community in our respective ventures. So I would encourage you continue to come to these live events. We do have a live event happening on Thursday, which is going to cover 1QR in print. So if you are somebody who does any type of print advertising, okay, maybe you're sending out a mailer, maybe you're even printing or publishing books and things like that, or if you know somebody who does work within print, you're going to want to invite them to come to this 1QR event where we cover 1QR in print. And you can find that on the 1QR.com website. Go to 1QR.com. Most likely, we'll also see some posts for upcoming events so that you can register for those. That'll be happening Thursday. We still have our United event tomorrow. I know, Kathy, you may not be on it, but I will be on it tomorrow. So if you're somebody who likes to network, I'm going to encourage you, come network with us. Again, these things, probably the best way to help people network virtually. You can use it to scan the background, scan the foreground. You can paste your short link, your 1QR.com short link in the chat. You can link this to your Shuffle Digital business card or really any contact profile that you'd like to. So I'd encourage you to come to tomorrow's United event. I would encourage you to sign up for the Thursday thing and then keep an eye out. We're going to be talking about in January as we round out the year and start the new year, 1QR in real estate. So if you're in real estate, if you know real estate agents, that'll be another upcoming event where we're going to talk specifically on how to use QR codes in real estate. And then we're going to start talking about just different use cases so that you can either apply that in what you're doing right now or share it out with other people so that they can improve what they're doing in their marketing and outreach by leveraging 1QR code. So I know we didn't get to every question in the chat, Kathy. I would encourage you, and I love that the questions are even still coming in now.
I'm going to go ahead and save the chat so we can make sure if there's something in there that we need to address, we can put it out on the Elify Insiders group.
Exactly.
We've had several questions about Thursday. So Thursday is 11 o'clock Central. So do the math for whatever time zone you're in. That's going to be specific to print. So again, are you an author? Do you have swag? Do you print brochures, calendars? Anyone that you know that does those things, invite them to that event. Let us talk to them for you, and then they can just sign up with you for 1QR. This call, 2 o'clock every Tuesday, 2 o'clock Central. Again, this is every single Tuesday. We are on live, taking live questions helping. Will it be recorded? Yes, everything is recorded. The event that we had this morning is recorded. It's being edited right now. Everything will be on our YouTube channel. I would expect today, latest tomorrow. Let's see, is there anything else on there?
Real quick, I just put this in. There's a link in there. If you go to 1qr.elify.com/events, I've made it real simple because there's a link I've put in the chat. You can just click on that link. That's going to take you to the events page. You'll see all of the upcoming events happening there. I'll show you the page real quick on our share screen so you can see all the live events. We'll have some pre and post recordings of past events. And you can see December 7th, this Thursday, will be 1QR in print. If you guys click to view the agenda, you'll see an overview of the 1QR in print. You can view the agenda, and the registration is right here. So in about 1 day and 20 hours, we'll be back on live to talk about 1QR in print. So you can learn all about that. And again, I don't think print is necessarily dead, right? People are still reading print, but I think there's missed opportunity if you're not making it interactive media, right? Making it so that if I'm reading what you've printed out, I can continue to engage with you and what you want to share with me and your message and your products, your service, your brand directly from that print. So check out that link, register for that event. As Kathy said at the opening, we want to make sure everybody registers. If you need to promote that event, you can grab the link for that, make a 1QR if you want, send that out and invite other people to come to the print event if you know that they do a lot in print. We want to encourage as many people as possible to benefit from that event.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for coming on today again. Every Tuesday at 2:00 Central. Tomorrow night we've got networking at, what time is that at? 5 p.m. Central. And then Thursday, 11 a.m. Central, we'll have our print event. And it's just going to keep continuing. You guys just watch for updates, watch for events, invite your friends, and let us help you show them 1QR. Have a great day, everybody. Have a good rest of your Tuesday.
Thank you.
I'm not going anywhere. I want to get some more info.
Well, you're going to be here behind us.
See y'all tomorrow.
Save the chat. Save the chat if you need it. Save the chat. I've still got it up. It's got all the links and all the things and all the stuff.
Well, you know I changed the phone, so guess who got to send me the chat?
I will save it right now. Save it in the chat.
All right.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Have a good one.
If I put my email in there, would you be able to share the chat info with me as well?
Yeah, absolutely. Put it in the chat.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Problem. Yeah, absolutely.
You can't be copying me, Jillian. I asked first.
Well, I only copy the best, so there you go.
Oh, good. You carry on, keep doing it. I'm at the.
I was gonna say, not gonna be sassy now, are you?
I'm copying her emails. So I can let her. I record that. Can you say that one more time so my wife can know?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Everything.
See?
I really appreciate this. I don't know if you remember me, Kathy, but before I was homeschooling my son, he's the pilot, the commercial drone pilot, the private pilot, the international engineer. Well, he's off to college and now I'm footloose and baby free. Yay. And so so he was on a call last night talking about asset protection. And so they asked for him to share his information. And he was like, Mom, help.
You're like, hey, we know what to do here.
So I have like the stuff already. I use Elify for everything. I use Shuffle for everything. So I'm trying to figure out, because I was trying to get a domain name, but I'm like, this is perfect. Who needs a domain name? I just need to figure out how to use this.
Wait, don't put down a domain now. Don't put that. The good thing about it.
I'm not putting it down.
She was just saying.
Well, I'm saying, the good thing about getting the domain name and your QR code, it always helps out down the line because I have all of it. So my domain name goes to my Elify, but I'm also going to branch it to my QR code as well because like I tell people about getting Elify, people have messed up your name, email address, phone number, job, all that stuff has changed. So that's the benefit of actually having this. And having that domain name, when Julian's on stage and she's actually giving a presentation in front of 20,000 people, what is easier to say? Go to blah, 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 and say, you know what? go to james-flowers.com. It's your
Or
name.
scan my QR code.
Exactly. So I got several clients who are speakers. One of them just came back from Ohio yesterday. She said how she went out and she just has this at the end of her presentations to get evaluations completed on the spot. And then something I got her doing now, Kathy, when she gets there, whoever invited her, the person that coordinated her being there, whoever the CEO or ED, she gives them these cards on the spot.
Oh, very nice.
So think about that. You've got the entire room scanning, but now the company's saying, "Hey, I love what you did." You've got the funding from presenting, but now you got the residual from passing out the cards as well.
Mm-hmm. Very smart. Yeah, I use them both. I just say, like, here's my QR code, or you can go to kathyienman.com, blah, blah, blah. But it's just, I think, too, I think when people have choices, right? People like to have choices instead of being told, like, you have to do this. If you're like, well, I forgot to do that, or it didn't come up, or I closed the screen, or whatever. You just put that little earworm in their
The one
mind.
thing, Kathy, you're still recording.
We are, aren't we?
Yeah. No one stop that.
I like to record everything that James says, just to, in case I need it in the future.
Well, one thing I'll say, since we got new people on here, so